now going to the second track. It's a practitioner session 2, Hero's Journey for Inventors and Entrepreneurs. And these sessions will be chairing by Professor Raed Al-Baradi, one of the leading inventors worldwide. Come in, Professor Raed, to chairing these sessions.
Hi, how are you? Hello and welcome. Everyone is hearing me?
Yes, Dr. Raed, you can start.
I would like to thank Dr. Hanadi Al-Mubaraki to produce me this opportunity to introduce you about my invention. I am Professor Raed Al-Baradi. I am in medical field. All my patents is in a medical field. Today I will present my medical field device of drying and fixing tissues in laboratory medical slides. The reason we did this invention to make short of the procedures which we fix the tissue on the slide. Our ordinary materials we are using, we did hot plates and we using also oven to dry and fix the tissue on the slide. But our invention is related to make an industrial model for medical device which work for some specific heat system which is localized in the slide in tissue, and we fix this type of tissue and we have to present and save the antigen and antibodies inside the tissue. The reason of this is to make the diagnostic for the pathology to diagnose the diseases regarding to the antigen and the antibodies inside the tissues. The way of fixing this, we are using some speed-sensitive heat system, which is between 50 to 65 centigrade, and we put the time for the experimental because the time is important for fixing the antigen and the gene inside the tissue to help them to be adhered in the tissue while we are drying and fixing the slides. I'm not telling you there is no device before on that, but we are gathering all the procedures in one machine, which are now I am sharing on the screen for it. I'd like to share the screen. I have to open it now first. I have to open it and then share it, right? Dr. Hanadi. I will need to share the slides. Does it appear in this? Does it appear?
Yes, go ahead, Professor. No. Share the screen, please.
Share the screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. I have to go outside. Sorry for that. The screen is gone. So the screen is gone. I have to close it.
No problem. Let me see, Professor Raed. I think you provided me your presentation.
I already provide you the presentation. Can you open it, please, for me?
Okay, let me see, Professor Raed Al-Baradi. Moment. Moment.
Yes, I'm explaining the digital screening system which we are stable on the machine, which is monitoring.
Go ahead, Dr. Raed.
Yes.
Professor Raed?
Yes.
The screen is there.
Yeah. Okay. I have to put slide and slide. Okay. How I shift? Okay. Now, this is the medical.
Slide you want.
Okay. Yes, this is the summary of the slides which we are discussing regarding to the microwaving system. We are using our machine to adhere the slides. This is the machine. I'm showing the machine which we are producing in the slide number 6. In the slide number 6. The machine here. Yes. Here's the machine. This is the device. We have established a thermostat to control the heating system. This rack, which contains the human medical tissue, and this is the heating system we are pushing. This invention has got a patent in Saudi Arabia, and we already apply it through UK. The advantages.
She write.
What? What you say? The next slide is the comparing between the system, what is used and what is the saving. For example, the electricity, all the oven we are using right now, we are continuing the heating system, but in our machine device, it is controlled. It is 15 minutes only to adhere and to fix the tissue in the slide for a purpose of staining. After we stain in different stain. This is not our machine, but we detecting the antigen regarding to what antibody we are using to diagnose the disease into the tissue we are using. The size of our machine is very small, and it is not like a big opportunity, but some machines in the hospital needs space, and in laboratory, exactly in histotechnology lab, we need a space for this machine to be providing through you are processing and fixing and cutting and microtoming and embedding. That's why we are producing the machine. And we already doing in future time, we are using a light source which is producing heat. Why we are changing this light? Because some gene needs to be fixed under the light to save the gene inside the tissue. Some immunofluorescent stain and immunohistochemistry stain, the heat, ordinary heat, can destroy or evade the antigen or the gene inside the tissue. That's why we are using a light instead of ordinary heating system to produce the saving for antigen. In summary, our plan is to produce the heating system combining with a light system to save the antigen and antibody inside the tissue. This big task, if we are succeed to gathering these two techniques inside one machine, it can diagnose every diseases which is regarding to antigen and antibody. Thank you for listening. This patent is being accepted in Saudi Arabia, and we apply also this patents through the UK, and we already been in the processing to get the approval for this. This is regarding to my talks. I would like to start now introducing other inventors or speaker. The first one is Dr. Hayat Yassin, which is presenting academy from Hadramaut University. Hello, Dr. Haya, are you here? Dr. Haya? Dr. Haya? دكتور حياة.
She's there, but I don't know. She's closing the mic.
طيب. We can go for second one until we fix the things. Mr. Giron, the CEO, Adventure, are you there, Dr. Gio? Hello? You open the mic, please. Open the mic from the left side.
Hello,
Yes.
good morning, everyone. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
You hear my voice?
Yes, I hear your voice.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. This is
You
a
have 10
pleasure.
minutes.
This is a 10 minutes. Thank you. This is a great pleasure, and this is a gift to me because it's my birthday. And thank you very much for inviting me, and Fernando Lopes too. Thank you very much. I will start presentation my system. Let me share. Let me share here, or here, and here. Okay. Yeah. And just a second more. Okay. Are you looking my presentation, Aquamore?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
very clear.
Okay, let's start it. Let's put it here. Okay. Well, I am João Guerreiro from Portugal, a friend of Mr. Fernando Lopes. We are developing a system called Aquamore, and we are in near Lisbon, in Oeiras, in Tagus Park. It's an incubator. We developed here a system to save water in our places. As many people knows, every day we lost millions of gallons of cubic meters of drinking water because our places, our homes, are not sufficient efficient in water saving, water efficiencies. They are not good. In Portugal, we spent about 100,000 cubic meters per day because our places are not sufficient. We go to the environment to get water, the precious water, clean it, pressure it, spending energy to our homes. Then we threw out the water to cleaning, water that we don't use it. Well, we spent money, energy, and water, the precious water. We developed water saving solutions that increases water efficiency of buildings called Aquamore. And the problem, it's one of the problem of the low efficiency in our places is because when we open a hot water tap, initially the water comes out cold. Not in many places in your region, but always in many places like Portugal, the water initially comes out cold, and we waste a lot of water waiting for the hot water. The solution with Aquamore is that the hot water, the tap, just open when the water is hot. How does it work? Can you see these little boxes I have here in my hand? Are you looking to these boxes?
Yeah, we see it.
Yes. This is two small boxes, just two small boxes. Controlling boxes and the boxes to the tap. Just the minimum we need two boxes. They are very small. Well, the first step, we put this one here near the boiler, gas or electric boiler, doesn't mind, and the other box near the sink that you want, where you want to save that water. Just open the tap, the machine will close your tap and goes around here a loop using the pipe that you have in your place. You don't need works. Third step, when the hot water comes here, and becomes to the reacher temperature that you set it before, the tap will open again. Every time we do this and we save water, Aquamore will get the countings of the water that you saved, among other questions, but it will count the water that you saved. And you can see it here or in your mobile or in your computer. You can see the water saved, or for example, the batteries in several machines that you have, for example, in 3 taps in your place, and you can see the status of the batteries. It's an example. If you have a company and you want to put hundreds of these machines in many houses, you can see all countings of all machines that you put it there. For professionals, we can know how many cubic meters are you saving with your actions. Okay. A residential system is this one, these small boxes, as you see before. It is very simple to install. Just glue it on the wall. It's very, very simple. And do not need energy in the point of use, and doesn't need works. This product is it is patented in its ongoing international patent. We have the first prize Aquamais is for the efficiency of buildings in Portugal. It's a very important prize. We have another one, Tectonica 2022. It's an honorable mention. And this is our, oh, sorry. Okay, we have our own laboratory to continuous research and development. And we have a large scale production capacity. This is our team, not just 2 of us, but the most important people, me and my partner. It's a civil engineer that tells me a lot of things that I need to go with this to the market. And most important of Aquamore is that the systems helps to reduce water waste, decreases energy consumption by avoiding the treatment of wasted water. With this, we help to combat climate change and achieve carbon neutrality. We look for brand representation, international companies to sell and install equipment, and installation in home automation. Is it possible to put Aquamore with home installation? This is our contacts here, my email, my partner João Rosa, and the general Aquamore, and we can see our page over here. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Joe.
And this is all. Thank you very much once more.
By the way, we will have another 10 minutes to discuss some issues regarding to my machine for commercials, and we will ask you some questions at the end of the presentation. We have now 2 speakers, and we will come at the end for conversation regarding to my machine, commercial, and your machine. Next speak, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Speakers is Dr. Hayat Yassin, presenting academic from Hadramaut. Are you there? Hello, Dr. Hayat Yassin. Is it there, Dr. Hayat Yassin? Are you with us? Dr. Hayat Yassin is not there. We will see Mr. Qasim. Mr. Qasim is with us, please? Mr. Qasim. Hello? Mr. Qasim, is he in there? Another speaker is Mr. Qasim. Dr. Hayat. Sorry for that, but maybe some of them will ask Dr. Hanadi Mbaraki. If it is nobody, I can go for me and Gio discussing the commercial. If Dr. Hayat sent or anyone is not in the system, we can discuss about my machine and what is my future plans until they are coming back. Gio, are you with me? Are you with me? Yes, we need to. Hello.
And Joel?
Yes, regarding no Qasim Kashini or Dr. Hayat Yassin, nobody there? Okay. Let me discuss about my machine. I'm coming back to my machine of my fixing. I'm sorry for that because...
Hi, Professor Raed, accept our apology.
And I'm coming to my machine again to discuss about my commercial.
Excuse me, Dr. Raed, if you don't mind to go in the sequence now, I think now the time for Dr. Hayat, and you leave your continuations in the round table just to be sure everything is on time. I think
yes.
Mr. Osama, one of the leading inventor, also will be there. He will be presenting 20 minutes. And I think Dr. Hayat, now she solved the problem or not yet?
I'm trying, I asked her, but no.
Is Osama is there?
No, I just asked him, but is nobody there. I discussed with Gio to come back if there is nobody to discuss about the commercial regarding to my machine. If
okay, go ahead. Let me see what is the problem now for the other presenter.
Okay, I'm discussing. Thank you, Dr. Gio. Because we already I saw your machine, which is great machine. Your machine is very small, and I'd like to ask you about, yes, the same as my machine. It is very small machine because you are using the heating system on that. How much it will cost you in euros or something like that? Because I'm discussing about my machine. It cost me now for drying and fixing the slides about 180 euros for producing this machine, which is in ordinary in our hospital, we need drying, which is cost about $1,000 plus oven, which is around from 400 to 800 US dollar. We are minimizing them in small set, which is costing 180 euros. What you are producing in your machine for commercial, because we need to discuss about commercial things. Do you have any things? I'm talking about my machine. Tell me.
Yes, we are starting selling the first machines. We already done the beta test with several machines. They are working every day in many places, and we are testing too the application to see if everything is okay with machines. And we have
how much it cost? Because my machine is costing
300 euros, about
300 euros.
Yes.
Okay.
Including tests, taxes.
The thing is in that machine, how much it will save? For example, my machine is saving around 20p per 1 day. Is it financially, it will help for you in the machine to save in economy for long distance or for short distance? Because the important things is to make commercial is the machine will be saving money.
Yes, it will save money and save a lot of water. It depends our places. Some places spent about 2-3 liters per use. Many other places spent about 10-15 liters or more. We have a few. We have a few places. They spend about. They waste about 50 liters per use, because they have very beautiful solar panels in the end of the land, and have a very long tube to get water in place, 30 meters distance or more from between the panels and the house that use that water. It depends a lot, and depends the price of the water in many countries. They are different, but we think in a normal use of the machine, we think in about 5-6 years, you have your money back and you are saving water. But with many countries, for example, in Europe, we have the government give us money and helping us to buy these machines, and we will expect 85% of helping to buy this machine. In that case, just in 1 or 2 years, you have your money back because you just need to pay 15%. Okay. Well, this is a very, very good place. If the government will want to put thousands of these machines, that government can see in the computer how million cubic meters are you saving in your country. And
waters, yes.
Very important. That is environmental policies. They are very important for the politicians and for the people who saves water, because this water will not a gray water, never. They remains inside the pipe that you already have. You don't need works. It uses the hot water pipe and the cold water pipe that you already have in your place to make a loop, and you just open the tap just always, like always, and wait for the hot water. And you can save in many places.
What type of sensor you are using? Because
excuse me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't want to interrupt both of you. Your discussion is great and value for all audience. But now Mr. Osama, as an inventor, he will present the inventions within 20 minutes. After that, if the remaining time is there, we can open the discussion between all the speakers. Okay?
Okay.
Mr. Osama, would you mind please to join? And starting your presentation, just to be on time, their schedules.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, yes,
hi. How are you?
How are you?
Yes, now we will waiting with you 20 minutes to present your inventions, and let everybody evaluate your invention.
Of course, yeah. Thank you very much.
Hi, how are you? Dr. Osama, welcome to our session. I am Professor Brady. We will have some time to discuss some material about the machine, which we discussed with Mr. Gio regarding about the machine. But we will listen to your invention first, and we will have time later on discussing with you. Dr. Gio, I will discuss with you about the sensors later on. Welcome. Start, Mr. Gio, Dr. Qasim. Hello?
Yes, you're talking about hello?
Yeah, ايوه معك. تفضل.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yes, you start, sir.
Okay. So let me just share with you my screen first. So first of all, again and again, I'm really glad to be a part of this massive and great conference. It was a moment for me to meet a lot of you. So my name is Osama Qsantini. I've been a serial entrepreneur in innovative solutions since the last 5 to 8 years. I started with a startup called Alien Dimension, and then we started to grow this startup and innovate in different solutions that I'm going to present a bit later. And the vision that I have here is to help organization catch up with the new technology about the future. So the main technology that I've been focused on is the extended reality. So most of you have heard recently about the metaverse, of course, after the launch of the Meta instead of Facebook, and this huge virtual world that a lot of people are wondering about what is it going to change us? Is it going to impact our enterprises, our organization, the way we are living? And many enthusiasts are really digging and wanting to create their own experiences or to live this kind of experience. But first, the subject of metaverse is not a recent word. we have invented this word since the 20th century, and since then we as a human being, we try to push our technology, our innovation, so we get to
Yes, sir. I'm hearing you. Hello, Mr. Qasim.
that we have pushed technology, we have smartphones and things like that that allowed us. So what we do in our company is that we give the possibility to companies to create their own experiences in the metaverse. And with us, they can create different experiences that, for example, organizations can showcase their furniture catalog using the augmented reality, or schools and universities, they can transform their laboratory into a virtual ones, so students can do their experiments at home, just like they are in the university laboratory, and we're going to see that a bit later. So we have worked in different sectors now. We are working with, for example, car manufacturers like Suzuki. We're working on with cosmetics. We're working on with educational institutions, marketing agencies, and different other sectors that we are at this very moment helping so they can get into this metaverse. So this is a brief about the metaverse. Now I'm going to start with the first solutions that we are worked on with educational institutions, which is, beg your pardon, alien dimension. So technology is set to revolutionize all different sectors without exception, but does this revolution really transform the educational sector? No. And this observation was made thanks to our respective experiences, where we have saw that these educational methods never, or at least changed a bit since the last years in all countries, not only in poor countries around Africa or Asia or Latin America, but most in the countries, there's still schools like this at this very moment. So we come up with a bridge that got this kind of technology, which is the metaverse and the education. And that's why we come up with a new era of learning, Alien Dimension. Alien Dimension is an augmented reality mobile app that provides educational institutions to provide extended reality simulation in sciences to help them improve their educational journey with more efficient methods. We have created laboratories in childbirth, space exploration, architects, mechanics, human anatomy, chemistry, biology, and a lot of other laboratories that we have invented together with our partners. Many have been contributing in this mission, like Iron Reality Mobile Lab, Fox AR, and others. But Alien Dimension has raised the competition to the next level by using the artificial intelligence technology to overcome the ineffectiveness of the current learning methods. We are using the algorithm of Bloom, the taxonomy of Bloom, to detect the profile of each user. Like, for example, we give the user, before starting the laboratory, some tasks, and based on its answer, we're going to detect.
Hello, hello, Mr. Qasim, how are you? Hello?
What are the positive points about his character? He's me? Hello? I lost you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Osama.
Okay, so based on these tasks, we can detect age profile. So we know, for example, if it has a bad sense of reading, or he has a good retention rate or whatever, and we take all these characteristics and we adapt the laboratory based on his profile. So now we are talking about an adaptive laboratory, not a standard one. So each student in 21st century, thanks to Alien Dimension, can have an adaptive laboratory. So, and we really have challenged the old-fashioned and market resistance, because since we started educators and institutions try of gamify technology into the sector, but unfortunately we succeeded in integrating it, and now we have thousands and thousands of users who are using Alien Dimension. We have a lot of partners, including honorees, that have and they are starting using our solution. Now I'm going to show you a bit about Alien Dimension. Please enjoy the video. So many thanks. So as you can see, I hope that this video has shown a bit about the different laboratory that we have worked on and how students have been interacting with our laboratories. Now I'm going to move on with the second topic of my presentation, which is our very recent spin-off. So, which is the Imagine. Yeah, I cannot hear you, sorry. Hello?
Yes, what's the problem? Can you stop share the screen, please?
Yeah, I think that Professor Raid is talking with me, but I cannot hear. Okay.
Professor Raid, can you open the mic?
Hello.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Sorry for that. Is it the same invasion or another invasion? This one you're gonna present?
It's another invention. It's
Okay. You start. I'm sorry. I just want to know about that.
Sure. Okay, so I'm sharing again my screen. Okay. So the Imaginator. So we've been working on this metaverse since the last 5 to 8 years, and we've been developing to different organizations and extended reality simulations. Like I told you, Suzuki, educational institutions, marketing, cosmetics, and different other sectors. But in the last years, it became a headache to make the different changes for them, because each project take a lot of time from us, so we can understand the needs of our clients, like if they want this laboratory like this, or they want their catalog like that. So it was a challenge for us each time to provide the exact demand of every client. So we said, how can we give the ability to every partner of us to develop their own XR simulation without coding? Because at the moment, if you want to get into the metaverse and you want to create your own experience, you will need a full team of developers, a full team of 3D modelers, and a lot of other talents that are required. And for some companies, this is a huge investment, and for others, it's not necessary at this very current stage of the company. So what we said, if we can provide them with an XR studio that it doesn't require any coding, but it can allow them to develop their own XR experiences without our need. And this is from where we came up with the Maginator. So the Maginator is an XR studio that allow everyone, which can be an educational institution, can be an organization or a company, or even an individual, to create his own or their own XR experiences and publish them into the metaverse, into Oculus, into Facebook, into every ecosystem of the XR. So the XR studio will allow them to put their content without coding. It's like using the Photoshop. So you drag and drop things. You put text here, you put sound there, you put video here, you put catalog there. You put some buttons if you want to customize all your experiences just with the mouse, and then you just publish them. And we give them also a space called the Lender, where every creator can publish and can share their creations with our huge community. So it's like, so this is the XR studio, for example. So as you can see, it's a very intuitive studio. We made sure that every button there is very similar to other buttons that you have seen. So in other softwares, like you will feel like you're using Word, or you're using PowerPoint or Photoshop or something, or a software that is very, very easy to use. And we allowed them to put some features as easy as possible, like, for example, add hand tracking on off, so their users can interact with the 3D models using their hands, adding fast face tracking, add GPS location, multi-users, if you want it using augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, all of them just by a very simple click, instead of thousands of lines of coding. And here we have the Lender. So the Lender, we make sure that it's very similar to Facebook or Instagram. So it's a place where everyone can share their creation. So you have a post, this is not a typical post. This is an XR post. It's a 3D word. If you click on it, and people can interact with them and can share their opinions, or they can get into it and interact with it, whether it's a laboratory, whether it is a product or an architect models. So this is how we built this full ecosystem to allow everyone, starting from this very moment, so they can create their own experiences, XR experiences, and they can share it with their audience. So, and I hope that my presentation was very, very clear for you. So the future is now, it was Osama Qsantini from Alien Dimension, Tunisia, and I'm very glad to present for you, and I will welcome all to be answered. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Qasim, for nice presentation into invasion. But we need to ask you questions. I want to see if this Dr. Hayat Yassin is presenting now, or we can make just only a small conversation regarding to the commercial for your patents. Let me see if Dr. Hayat Yassin is there, or
Professor Ra'id, she is not there. She have technical aspect and she left the conference.
Okay, I can take another 10 minutes.
Yes, you have now remaining time. It's around 16 minutes for your open discussion between you and between Professor Osama and Professor Joe to discuss about your inventions and how you taking your inventions from this stage to commercialization stage.
Okay, I will start with, thank you, Dr. Hanadi. I will take care for that, and then we will discuss with Gio and Dr. Qasim, Mr. Qasim, regarding the commercials. First of all, I just want to discuss with you regarding about my medical device and drying fixing tissue in laboratory medical slide, which is being done in Majma University with many inventor students. With me also, they are sharing in this invention. Actually, the main things targeting is a commercial. That's why we are in this session to see what we are succeed in commercial. As I told Gio, my machine is costing 180 euros, which is equal to about 160 pounds. The thing is, what we found in our country, we have 3 types of machine, which is, I told you, drying, and one machine is fixing, and one machine is hot plates. We already summarized them in one machine using a specific heating system. And I stopped with Mr. Gio regarding about the sensors, because I'm sure they are, Mr. Gio is using a sensor for heating water. I use a sensor here for controlling the heating system, which is also one commercial for our device. This sensor we are using to control the heating system, as I told you, between 50 to 70 centigrade, because if it is increased, it will burn the gene, or if it is decreased, it will melt the antigen. The thing is, the commercial is I use sensors from company is SVFN1790 to control the heating system. I know the sensor is a controlling system, and it is costing about 6 to 7 reals. For you, Gio, I'm asking you, what is your sensor you are using for your machine, and how is the commercial for that?
Let me see if I understand and understood the real question. Inside we have thermal sensors,
Yes,
and flow sensors too. They are all in one, just very small sensor.
yeah.
It is the Hall effect sensor for the turbine to count the water, and it has a thermal sensor too. We can adjust the temperatures that we will work. You can see here the temperatures. We have many adjusting models.
Yes.
That we say to the machine that we want to save water below 15 degrees, for example. Every time we have 15 degrees or 20 degrees or less, it will work, it will save water to us. But when it reaches, for example, 30 degrees, it will stop saving water, because we don't want hot water in the cold water pipes. That's natural. We just want to save cold water. But if you are in a hotter place, in a hotter country, we can change that temperature. The set point is made by the user. We can here. We can adjust the temperature. Okay. Minimum and the maximum.
In my machine, I do it manually.
Say to the machine,
I'm afraid.
Yes.
I make it manually because I am afraid in the system, which is sometimes will be fake. That's why I put the sensors to be automatic. If it's increased, it will stop the electricity to save the money. But in your system, digital, I think. Which
yes, it's digital. Yes, it's digital. And you can do the set point in many things, in many ways in this machine, not just the temperature. You can put to the time it will, what time it will wait for the hot water. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Because if your gas boiler will not work correctly, will not go the fire to hot the water, and if the time goes out, if usually you wait for 2 minutes for the hot water. If in 2 minutes the hot water doesn't get your tap, the machine goes out. It's a safety system that we have inside.
Safety system. You're using safety system in this one, but I use the safety system.
A second system.
Close this one.
It's a second system.
For future plan in my device, I would like to ask you, because in my device I have future plan, and I would like to see if you have future plan in your device. For example, in my device, I'm using now a light system for controlling the heating to adhere the antigen and the gene inside the tissue, as I discussed with you, because we already found some gene, it will dissolve or disappear or evade while we are using the ordinary heating system. Because, you know, tissue is very sensitive, and the gene and antigen is inside the tissue. If it is increased, even though you control the heat, after staining, it will not appear or disappear or mask. That's why we are using light heating system with a UV in my future, in my device, in the second version. You know, this one, it will create something, and then we have to test some staining after that while we are using this one with my students. Next semester, I'm in the university in Majma. Next semester, we need to produce this, and then we test this slide in different type of staining, immunohistochemistry, immunofluorescence, many different stain to see if our machine is working. What is your future plan in your machine if you want to develop this machine in something in new version? Do you have some future plan?
Yes, many of them. This machine has it is a modular system. Modular because you have a controlling module and a peripheral module to the tap. If you want one more tap, you just need to buy one more of these. You have to each one of these, you can buy more 4 of these.
Okay.
You can have more 4 taps, or this set, and 3 more of these.
Okay.
This is about 300 euros, and this is half of the price.
160, 170.
Yes, about that.
Okay.
And this is it can help the buyer to buy depending of the houses. Oh, I just need one tap. Okay. Oh, I need one more tap. Not the same price, just half of the price. Many people are waiting for this to the market, like Spain, like north of Italy, like England, like Germany, like United States in San Diego. They just know the machine. We will be there in the next month to show to the government our solution, because they called us because they don't have water. There are many people in the same place, and they don't have water like many other countries. Well, this is for the water efficiency of buildings. But when you are using it, you look for solutions that don't change your life. You just open the tap like always, and the machine will do the rest for you, will save your water. You don't need to change your life. You just need to put your house better, like the double glasses we have in Portugal to save energy, or to put something outside the walls to get the hot inside our. It's the opposite to you. You have a lot.
That's what I'm talking to you. It's opposite in our system. But I have home in Manchester. But regarding to your one saving, because my bill in Manchester is not about meter bill. It is you pay £45 and that's it a month. Is it the same in your place, or you have meters in your place?
Yes, we have meters. I know in England.
In England is I pay 45 and that's it, because I have home since 2002 in Manchester. I pay 45 whatever I use. That's
in many people in Manchester, in London, and in Glasgow want to buy our machine.
but it is no point for me because I'm paying 45 pounds.
Yes.
About saving.
Yes, but
not.
we have meters in Portugal, in Spain, in Italy. We have meters.
How much approximately your bill?
It depends the house, and depends the family, the number of people in the family. But usually you can pay about 40 euros per month, 60 euros, 20, 100 euros.
100 euros come reach like
yes,
that?
my partner in the summer spends a lot of money with the water, because the water in Lisbon are very expensive, or in Madeira, for example, it's very, very expensive. Well, the price is not always the same, but there are two ways to looking for the machine. One is obviously the price is very important. How many years do you get your money back? And I told you about 5-6 years you will have your money back. But if someone says to me, oh, I need 18 years to have my money back, okay, maybe you don't need the machine.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking
about. But some people in 2 years get their money back because they spent a lot of water. It's not for everyone. It's to a lot of people, but not for everyone. In a very small apartment, if you have the kitchen and the bathroom in the same wall, side by side, you will not spend your lot of water, because the efficiency of the house it's good. But if you have the kitchen in one place, or your water heater is on the roof or in the ceiling, and you have the kitchen spending water, wasting water, and you have your suite in the opposite side of your apartment, and you will waste about 12-15 liters per use. Everything you or your wife or your son will
but
use.
Did you try a boiler shower better than electrical shower? You know, boiler shower is better.
Yes.
You feel relaxation with boiler, but in your machine,
the electric one.
The electric one, I don't like it because I stop it. I just go back to boiler because you have humidity, and it's better for me when I get shower, and it's making fumes, and then you go. But in electrical, you don't feel like comfortable. This is not a commercial for you. And I just want to explain to you, this is my students, Jasser Al-Baijan and Ahmed Al-Darwish and Ayad, make me the comparison between our machine, which is saving times, saving electricity is better for me. The value of the cost is about 1 to 10. And also the size and the time. This, all of them is make me commercial. Now I have to produce this machine, for example, in Saudi Arabia. I am attending next week a commercial industrial for the producing and introducing to the economy for that. Did you introduce your machine in economy company, or you produce it by yourself?
Excuse me, Professor Raed, I don't want to interrupt your value discussions for both of you.
Really,
yes.
It's very value discussion with Mr.
Yes, I know. All our conference and the practitioners participated in our conference is important and value for all over the world, not only for the audience. The remaining time is less than 1 minute. If you closing out Professor Raed. Okay, to present the mic to Dr. Zahra Al-Rawhani for the AI. The AI people is waiting. Thank you so much.
Before I closing, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Gio, and I would like to
thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hanadi, for this conference, and I'd like to thank everyone. And I will be with you continuing with this seminars. And we will see you soon in the next presentation with Dr. Hanadi and Baraki. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you.